continues. Standing by with some special guests. Joe, take it away.
Yeah, Connell, we're joined by Congressman Glenn Ivey and his guest, Mohammad Alghali, to the State of the Union. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to get into lots of questions for the Congressman about the speech coming up, but I want to start off with just why, Congressman, you've chosen Mohammad as your guest today. And if you could, Mohammad, just share a bit of your story, why you're here today.
Of course. My name is Mohammad Alghali. Thank you for having me, Congressman. My mother's name is Rabiatu Kuyate. I'm her only son. She's been in this country for over 30 years from Sierra Leone, and she was reporting from ICE. She was reporting to ICE since 2004, and she's had an annual check-in since then. So this past year in 2025 in July, on July 1st to be exact, she went in for her normal routine check-in and she was detained. And then she was transferred to Louisiana. She did win her withholding from removal case back in September, but she was still deported to Ghana and then forcibly removed to Sierra Leone.
So, Congressman, why did you feel it was important to have, as your guest, someone whose family was caught up in the immigration crackdown?
Well, I mean, it's such a big issue for the country right now, what's going on with ICE. I think not only in Minnesota, but here in Maryland and across the country. You've got people who are following the law, but deported anyway in violation of a judicial order, sent back to a country she'd never been to. And she was here on an asylum claim where she came from Sierra Leone, but she'd been held there and imprisoned and tortured while she'd been there. So it's clearly a legitimate claim. But here they sent her back out of the country anyway. And then we've got the Preddy killing and Ms. Good in Minnesota, all sorts of excesses by ICE across the country. Fortunately, they got pushed out of Minnesota, but there's more going on, and we have to keep fighting that and putting this information in front of the American people.
So we know the president's going to make the case tonight that the immigration crackdown was a necessary thing because the last administration's policies allowed people in the country illegally. We know that that is coming. The state of Maryland itself is pushing back in some ways. The federal government, we know, is trying to build ICE facilities in Maryland. Can you lay out what exactly at the state level is Maryland doing to push back, and is that an appropriate response, given, again, the justification for the crackdown?
Sure. I mean, you know, the Attorney General for the state filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration for trying to build a detention facility in the western part of Maryland. I think they're going to win that case for a variety of reasons. And we launched a protest just a few days ago in the Hyattsville area because we're worried about them trying to bring a detention facility there. But you know, at the end of the day, I've seen detention facilities at this point where they're holding people that aren't even as good as the animal shelter we have in Prince George's County. We've had people who've died in custody, and that's the kind of thing we need to stop and shut down.
So, devil's advocate here, let me ask you, it's 2029. We have a Democratic administration, potentially. Are you going to be okay with Republican state governments pushing back in this way on potentially Democratic priorities and sort of fighting back on what may be policies that you favor?
That's what courts are for. I mean, during the Biden administration, there were lawsuits filed by Republican AGs across the country. Sometimes they won, sometimes they didn't, but that's the way it ought to go. And right now what we're seeing is sort of the inverse of that. But even Trump's Supreme Court ruling against him on the tariffs piece, a very big ruling that said, nope, that's illegal. And frankly, he should have known better. But now we've got this mess on our hands where they have to try and figure out how to refund billions of dollars that was seized illegally. And it drove up the prices of regular things like groceries for the American people. Didn't make any sense, but we needed the courts to force him to see that. Well, actually, he's not even there yet, but at least take a step towards forcing him to see that.
Okay. So we've introduced Mohammad as your guest to the State of the Union. But technically, you are not going to the State of the Union.
Not technically. I'm not going.
You are not
sure,
going.
Yeah.
So you're one of dozens of Democrats that's deciding to boycott in this way. What message are you trying to send with your absence tonight in the chamber?
Well, I'm trying to send messages to my constituents because, you know, what I've heard from them is they know he's not telling the truth about many things over. For example, just the 2020 election, still insisting that he won the 2020 election is beyond ridiculous, but that's where he is, and he's trying to push legislation. In fact, he tried to justify the FBI seizing ballots in Atlanta based on him wanting the 2020 election is kind of ridiculous. But he's going to say things. He's going to be speaking at least for 2 hours, apparently. We want to try and provide truth and response in real time. So it's a rapid response activity on our part.
Okay, Mohammad, do you have any thoughts on not going to the actual speech tonight?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm actually glad that we're, glad that we're not going, to say the least. But I definitely think, we're doing, we're sending a more important message over here. I'm glad to be able to be, Mr. Ivey's guest. It's really, I'm just glad that I'm able to advocate for my mom, but it's more than just about my mom. There's a lot of people in a situation like this that have been doing the right thing, following all the laws, and for whatever reason, they find themselves detained or deported. So it's about bringing a change.
And you being the face of that issue. I want to just finish with this, Congressman. Today, President Trump has told several folks, some of our news anchors included, there are going to be new tax cuts introduced in this speech tonight. We know affordability is going to be key in the midterms coming up. It's a message the White House is trying to win. The Democrats think you have an advantage on. If there are tax cuts that he talks about tonight, what do you make of that? Is that something that you think is, speaks to the message?
I guess better late than never, because if you'll recall, in the H.R. 1 tax fight that we had, he sent $4 trillion to the wealthiest of the Americans by and large, and Democrats are pushing for more of that money to either go to working class people who needed it, or allow them to continue things, for example, like their affordable care health care tax credits, so they could keep their health care. But the Republicans opposed all of those things. Maybe they're moving in the right direction now, but I'll have to see it to believe it.
All right. Thank you both so much, gentlemen. Mohammad, nice to meet you. Congressman,
thank
you as
Appreciate
always.
it.
All right, Connell, send it back over to you.
Thank you, Joe. Immigration, a large part of the focus.